Hey, I thought it was going to be easy, but when I moved to the UK, wahala be like bicycle. I was like, no, I'm in a perfect place. I did not know that wahala be like bicycle. Wahala be like bicycle. Wahala be like bicycle. Let me tell you some culture shocks I experienced when I came. Back home in my country, if you don't greet an elderly person, and back home in Nigeria, where I came from, if you don't greet an adult, they will pull you back and say, did you not see me? Am I too small? The adult will tell you, am I too small? Come back and come and do the needful. There's nothing like that here. Here, even if you greet too much, they'll just be looking at you. They don't even wonder. Good morning is too formal for them. Is it that you go on your own? Smile. They have, there's this smile that they give you. It's okay for you. It's okay. Just take it and go. Take that smile and go. Once they give you that smile back and move on. Some may say hello, just say hello. Say hi. You understand? Just say, it's okay. Hi, hello is okay. If they have to. But when you start saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, they don't understand that though. Even in a professional environment, if you're sending an email, you don't need to say hello, good morning. How I hope your day, top of the day to you, hope your day went well. No, please cut it short. If you're in a formal environment, hello, go straight to the point. Or you mention the person's name, hello, Julie. Even if the person is 100 years old, mention her name, hello, Julie. How are you? Go straight to your point. Ma'am. So if you are passing, hello, just say hello. Or just give them that plastic smile and go your own way. That's their own greeting, if you have to greet. The next one is weather. Weather be like bicycle. Wahala be like bicycle. The weather, this UK weather does not have shame. It does not have shame. In a day, it's only in this UK that I know that in a day you have 4 weathers. You have 4 weather conditions. In a day, you can have a sunny day. While it is sunny, it will be rainy. Sunny and rainy. And the weather will be cold. And what's the 4th weather? Cold, raining, sunny, cold, and what? You have different weather in a day. So when going out, just make sure that you have your small umbrella. Small umbrella. Always have it in your bag, your handbag. Just make sure you have it because it can rain anytime. And if you don't want to wear like a winter jacket, just make sure that your clothes is well lined, fleeced and lined, so that you will not have that cold. You may be looking at this, it's going to be sunny. You may look at the weather forecast, it's going to be sunny. It's a lie, It's a lie. It's a lie. That weather is lying. You will be cold or you will get wet. Don't trust that weather. Hey! Another thing, the bills. That one na gbangba ogbonge. Back home in Nigeria, once you pay your rent for 1 year, you rest for the next 11 months. You rest. You can face other things. Even NEPA bill is not, we call our electricity bill NEPA bill. It's just chicken change, is not as much. There's nothing like council tax, although you pay tax. Yeah. Monthly, you have to pay your bill. Housing bill, you have to pay it monthly. Council tax, bang bang. That one, if you don't pay it, you're in trouble with the government. Water bill, bang bang. You use water, you pay for it. The more water you use, the more you are paying for it. Bang bang. This place I'm even living, back in Coventry, that's in the West Midlands of England, we don't pay for sewage. But when we got here, when we moved to Dorset, I started hearing sewage. I said, I had to call the water company. What is sewage? You pay for sewage that you use you poo. Okay. So here, Apart from paying for water bill, we pay for sewage separately. You're paying for water, you're paying for sewage, you're paying for council tax, you're paying for um, energy bill. Energy is a combination of electricity and gas. You pay for your broadband, you pay for the rent, you pay, if you have children in nursery, you pay. What is it? So at the end of the day, that's what makes people, collect extra shifts, because they have to make up. They have to make up. Bills are too much, and the bills is every month. So it's a serious culture shock. You have to keep going. You have to keep going. And then that's why, because you're always busy, you want to just keep these bills. You have to pay the bills. By the time you're free, you have a free time, or you have a free day, you are sleeping, you are resting. So sometimes people back home, they don't understand us. They feel like, she's in UK now, she's in Canada now, she's abroad now. She will not talk to you. But it's not like that. Because we have to keep up with these bills. We have to keep up with these bills. So we have to keep working. We have to take this extra shift. We just have to keep, so that we can save. Most times we don't even get to save. So that we can save. But another thing I want to talk about is saving. Saving is not part of this culture shock we're talking about. But saving, let's try as much as possible, because I know how it is. It's difficult to be able to save with all these bills. It's difficult, but let's just try as much as possible. Even if it means that we are doing a direct debit, just have a separate account. Have a separate account, and then just do like a direct debit, or what's it called? Let that money, even though it's 50 pound, let it be going to that. So what I did is, I have my main account is Lloyd's Bank, and I have a NatWest Bank, whereby I just have like a direct debit that goes. I have a little amount that goes into my NatWest Bank. So it just goes into that without even me, I've initiated it. So I don't need to think about it. It's doing the work for me. So when it does that, you know that, okay, something is going somewhere every month. You're not just working. Because if you keep saying, this money is not always enough. We just have to try to get something. Just keep something. If not, when emergency comes, we'll start borrowing. We'll start borrowing from friends and families. These friends and families, they too, they have their own problem. So let's just try and be saving. Put some money. Just put money somewhere. Just keep that money. Then another way to save is, instead of going to Zara, to do your shopping, or instead of going to all these big stores to do your shopping, try Facebook Market. Most times on Facebook Marketplace, I get good deals, new things. Most of these people, they will tell you, they have two of the same thing, and they are new. The hair dryer that I'm using today I bought it new. Like most of the things I buy on Facebook Market, I bought them new. And then thrift store, charity store. Most times I target new things, and those new things are like designer products, like designers. I get very, very good deals. The last time I went to charity shop, the last time I went there, I was able to buy new new set of bed sheets. I was the one that, it was tear rubber. I was the one that removed the tag and everything. So you can get good deals at these places instead of having to spend so much on designer. Designer can wait. Me too. This is my third year in the UK. So, and I'm still doing that. And then if you have to buy online, instead of buying, you can buy from Shein. Shein is not bad. You can buy from Shein, you can buy from ASOS. Just try to manage that money. Try to just see how you can manage the money, Instead of buying from, there's no how, you can't rule out African store, but go more to Asian store. Do you know that Asian store has more of what African store has? And Asian stores are cheaper. than African stores. So if you can do all those things, it saves a lot of money. It saves a lot of money. Imagine entering African store. Anytime I enter African store, I get so angry because I'll just see this and that. My native food now, nostalgia will catch you, and you want to buy this and that, this and that. But those same things in Asian stores are much cheaper. So just try it. Just try it one day and compare. So you see that you are saving. You are saving a lot by doing all that. Do you understand? So let's just look for ways to save that money for emergency cases. Anything can come up. And then we also need that holiday. We can't just keep working and working and working. We need to like treat ourselves. It doesn't have to be extravagant holiday. There's even budget holidays that you can go for. And there are some that you can pay like monthly. If you plan to go, for example, now this is February. I'm shooting this video in February. If you plan to go for summer, just Google and check for holidays. Check for holidays and tell them that you want to pay instrumentally. They do it. That's what they even like. That's what these people like most. Just prorate that amount into like 4 or 5 payments, and then you are on your dream holiday. If you don't want to go out of UK, you can do the holiday here. If you don't want to go out of UK, you can do it here, honestly, and enjoy your life. So that's that about that one. I just had to digress because these are the things that me too I'm doing. These are the things I'm doing because we have to survive. We have to survive. We have to just have something. And then another thing I did, another thing I just did, when those goods come, I'll show you guys. Another thing I did, instead of going to African store, I just calculated it. If I go to African store today and I go tomorrow and I go, by the time I know it, I'm spending 200, 250 pounds or 200 because we are a family of 5. I'm spending a lot of money. So what I did is I just told my sister back in Nigeria. I gave her a list of the things I used to need, that I used to buy, that I need. I gave her a list of those things and she should help me get the price. When she got the price for me, I went to meet my cargo person. I told him, if I'm sending this so amount of things, what will it cost? She gave me an estimate. By the time I calculated it, I saw that, this thing is like almost the same thing, like a bit more than what I'll buy in the UK, African store in the UK. And what I'll buy in African store in the UK, I'll only buy it and eat for just a few weeks. But this list I gave my sister in Nigeria is paint of this, paint of crayfish, paint of this that I gave her. And this amount is not bad. So we just sent money to her. She shopped for them. The cargo is on the way. When it comes, I'll tell you guys the amount and how it got here. From our doorstep in Lagos, from her doorstep in Lagos, from my sister's doorstep in Lagos to my doorstep here. I'll tell you everything. So that's another way to save money. And this thing that she's sending to me, we can use it for the last one that came. We used it for like a year because it's a lot. It's 2 boxes. It's 2 boxes that is coming. The last one we bought 3 years ago, December. We bought 2 boxes too, and we use it for a year. That's another way to save money. Sorry for digressing. I would have even done a separate video on how to save money. So that's another way of saving money. We've been doing it since 3 years ago. We came in 2022. So we've been trying to do that. When my husband goes to Nigeria, we will shop. So those are the ways, another way that we have been coping. We have been trying to save money from African stores. But you can't rule out African stores, But, if you just go this way, it's better. It's better. Okay, so moving on to the next step. The next step, in the UK, if you need to see your friend, you're just missing home, and you want to see your friend, and you call her and say, "Oh, hello, Oluchi, how are you? I miss you. Can we see Can we have a date? Can we have a hangout? And Oluchi is telling you, oh, okay. So next month will be fine. 24th of next month will be fine. It's because Oluchi has checked her rota and she won't be free until that date. So over here, gist is expensive. To have a face-to-face chat is expensive. It's expensive. Oh, if you want to see your friend, you have to book appointment for everything. You have to book my. I have a toddler in the house. So I have a guest here. So you book appointment for everything. You want to see your friend, she will give you based on her rota that you just want to see her face to face. She will give you appointment based on her rota. Back home in Nigeria, if you're ill or sick, just drive yourself to the hospital. You'll be seen. If you have your hospital card, drive yourself there. They will see you immediately. But here, if you want to see, uncle, uncle. But here, if you want to see a doctor, you have to book appointments. Except it's a life and death. It's a life and death issue. If it's life and death, you are not calling the GP, you are calling the ambulance. And the ambulance, the first thing they will ask you, is she breathing? Is there so much blood? Blah, 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 blah. So if you want to be seen sharp, just make it sound urgent. That's if it's really, really urgent. Because it won't be nice for you to make it look urgent and they come and you waste their time, because there are so many people, there are so many lives they need to save. So, but you just need to, everything, the country is systemized, but it's just so, somehow you just feel like, I need to see the doctor. And then they'll be giving you, there was a day I was really, I just needed to see the doctor. It wasn't emergency, but it was something I needed to know. It was something that I needed to know. Sorry, my son. My son is here. We are here together. He's not going to the nursery today. His nursery is tomorrow. So there's some things that you just need to talk to the doctor about, but they'll be giving you an appointment of 2 weeks' time. That's what they will tell you. This place is even worse. When I was in Coventry was better. As long as you call the GP before 10 o'clock, if you call very early, you get that day's appointment. If you call on time, you get an appointment for that day. Or off hours in the night, they may give you in the night on that same day, or very early the second day. But here they'll be giving you 2 weeks. They'll be giving you 1 week. So you need appointment for almost everything. Dentist, you need appointment, dentist, everything. Or like back home, you just walk into the office and do whatever you want to do. Even the school, if you want to go for, when my little boy wanted to start nursery, I was just walking, I just checked nursery around me, just so that I can go and do viewing. So by the time I used Google Map. By the time I was almost at that nursery, I missed my way. And I called the school and told them, oh, hello, I'm coming. I just want to come and check the school because my son is about to start the nursery. And they were like, no, don't come. You cannot just come uninvited. They have to give me, so they had to rebook me. Somewhere that I've almost reached. It was just Google Map. That was waiting to tell me if it's right or left or corner. And they said they have to book appointment. So it can be frustrating, you have to get appointment for everything, but it's good because it just makes everything, it makes things organized and it makes your life more organized, So those are the things that for me, I am learning. I am relearning. It's good, but it can be frustrating sometimes. Then if you enter if you enter the bus, you need to have your coins. You need to have your coins. Is it that you have your coins to pay? They don't have change. Either you have your coins or you have your card, your monthly. There's this, whatever you are going for. Me now, when I'm going to work, I already bought a monthly ticket. So I'll just tap it, and it's on my phone. So I'll just tap it anytime I'm entering. I'll just tap it. So it's either that or you use your debit card to tap. You tap on or tap off when you're going. So that tap off means that you have reached your bus stop, so that they won't charge you for a longer distance. So you tap off so that it can stop your payments. I think that is it. Can you correct me if I'm wrong? But I think, but me, I use tickets. I use tickets. But the tap on and tap off, I think it's just to let the boss know that you've come down at that point, and they know how to charge you. So once you enter the bus, luckily there's a system, there's a computer that is calling out the names of the bus stop. So for those, for for JJCs, or even not JJC, even if you've been living there for long, there are some people, it's a strange area. You're going to visit somebody, you don't know the bus stop. But when that computer starts calling out the names of the bus stop, it makes life easier. So for me, if I'm going to a new place and I put on the Google map, once I see the bus stop, and then I will start looking out for the computer to call my bus stop. And once the computer calls the bus stop, I press there's a red button all over inside the bus. Just press the nearest red button. Just press the nearest red button to you, and then the driver will stop. And then when you come down, it's just courtesy. I see people saying, thank you, thank you. You have to tell the driver thank you. It's actually good. It was strange, like, why would you have to? But on another note, it's actually good. Like, it's just cautious, and then it teaches your children. So your children too is learning, they're learning how to be grateful. So once you come down, you say thank you to the driver and zoom off. And then when you're in the car, in the bus, sometimes if I'm carrying my little boy, if I'm using the boogie, some people are nice enough to stand up. There's a space where um, mothers with boogie will sit. There's a space where they sit. There's a space where those on wheelchair will sit down. Wheelchair or scooter will sit down. So some people will be kind enough to leave that space for you so that you can sit there. And then in terms of boogie, in terms of scooter or wheelchair for the elderly people, the driver will be nice enough to come down, and then there's a slope, and just put a slope so that it's easy for the wheelchair to drive inside. So that's those parts, those are the things that makes life easy, that makes you happy. You feel some kind of happiness deep down within you. So those things, me, I like it though. Nobody, everybody likes soft life. I like it, so it's really good. So the next is parenting style. Yeah, parents, anything their children says, hmm? Anything their children says is final. Let their children say this, that is what they're going to do. Coming from Africa, where I come from, when your children says, we tend to, okay, there are some things I had to unlearn and then relearn. So for me, my parents, let me say my parents, how do I put it? My parents led, they molded me and then lived my life for me. My parents, how do I say it? There are some things that now I wish that, but you can't turn back the hands of time. But I'm not going to do that to my own children. For example, if you look at my mother in the eyes, she's talking to you, she's warning you, and if you look at her in the eyes, you're in trouble. It is disrespectful to look at your elders in the eyes. That is why it's difficult for me to unlearn that now, because here it signifies that you are not confident. But it is my own upbringing. It's my upbringing. My parents are strict. They were strict because they are late now. You can't dare look at them in the eyes. You can't even talk back. So it broke down. You're not gonna believe it, but I'm just trying to grow back my confidence. I'm just trying to grow back that confidence because that respect, what they thought that they were doing, it was breaking, it was just breaking down our self-esteem, confidence level, such that you can't even look. It is when I came to the UK, I started looking at people in the eyes. I don't know how to look at people in the eyes. It is my own upbringing. It's not lack of confidence, but I just don't know how to do it. And then when you talk, when your parents talk and you talk back, you're in trouble. So that's one in me. It has built up a kind of I can't even. So if an elder person is talking, it's difficult for me to really talk back. It's difficult for me to really talk back, even though my opinion may be right. Even though I'm trying to air my own opinion, I can't do that because our upbringing. So those are the things I don't want. I don't want it for my children. I want them to be able to talk. When I talk, I don't want, not that you would interrupt me. I've placed so much value in these children so that they know when to. I'll tell them, don't interrupt me. Yes, you are okay to give me your opinion, but don't interrupt me. Air your opinion. I'm going to listen to you. And so good, when they wait for me to finish talking, and then they say, "Oh, mommy, this is what I feel. This is how, this is how I feel." And if I feel that I'm so open-minded with them, such that if I feel that their opinion is okay, I'll say, "Oh, let's go this way. I'm sorry," or something. So those are the things I wished I grew up with. By doing that with these children, they are able to express themselves outside. It's what we teach them inside that we mold them into, and then they take out. So I tend to I've unlearned some things, and I'm just learning at my age. I'll be 43 in July. At my age, I'm just learning self-confidence. It's not funny. I just have to say it. I'm just expressing my vulnerability. I'm just saying my truth. I've digressed out of culture shock, but there are some things that will just come up that you just want to say it. I don't know which of you mothers or if you have gone through this, if you are in my shoes. I don't know if you are in my shoes. How did you manage this? Or how are you managing it? So another thing in this UK is if you buy anything, if you shop for anything, both online or offline, you are free to return it. As long as you have the receipts, you're free. You're free to return it. So that's a very, very, very good plus. Just return. If you don't like it, if it's too small, as long as you have that receipt, return it. Is it that they refund you? I've done it several times. Is it that they refund you your money, or you pick another one depending on what you want? And on online sites like Shein, Timo, I think for Timo, if they don't return, if they don't deliver for example, your item is meant to be delivered on the 20th, and they don't deliver on the 20th, they are late in delivering, and they deliver anytime from 20th, maybe 21st, they will give you extra £4 for lateness. So sometimes I'm always praying that they even deliver my items late so that I can collect that extra £4. I've collected that extra £4 like 2 times before. So that's like a plus. That's a good culture shock. Another thing, when they organize party, when these people organize party, be ready to pay. When they organize their party, birthday party or anything, you will pay. They will pay. You have to pay for, if it's organized at the restaurant, you have to pay for food. You have to be the one to pay. They are inviting you for party, you'll be the one to pay. Just be ready for that one. If they are the ones inviting you, be ready to pay for your food. Then the English, if you want to say, they say, like if you want to say British, their T is silent. So you hear them pronouncing British. Instead of water, their T is silent. You hear them saying water, Then If they are saying their G, for example, if you want to say morning, good morning, morning, they emphasize that G. If anything ends with G, they emphasize it. Good morning. So anything that ends with G, they tend to emphasize it. You get. Then also, for time, if they are talking about time, instead of them to say 2:30, they will say half to, quarter past two. So that's their own 2:30, half two. If they want to say maybe 15 minutes past two is quarter past two. But half two, they say half two a lot. Then as well, another sweet thing, if you mistakenly pay, transfer money to someone or a company or for a service, and you don't like that service, or it was a mistake, or you feel that is a scam, just press, there's a button whereby you click a button, there's a place you click and tell them that you suspect this payment, or you feel that this payment is a scam. The bank will return the money to you. Yeah, they've done it. I've done it before. The bank will return the money. Will return your money to you. How sweet is that? So just pay. If you pay and you feel like that person is a fraud, or you feel like you don't enjoy that service is not what you wanted or something, if you change your mind genuinely, just give them a genuine reason, they will refund that money. No matter how much the money is, they will refund that money. Even if it's £1,000, the bank will refund the money. They've refunded to me, but it wasn't up to 1,000. It wasn't that much, but they refunded money, especially Lloyds. I use Lloyds, and they've refunded my money back to me. Is that not sweet? It is when I started working in the care home here, I see how their lifestyle is. They don't joke with your pudding. After lunch, you have to eat. Their 3-course meal is always intact, but especially the pudding. After eating, they have to eat pudding. So that's one thing that I try to incorporate in my house. Yogurt. That's when yogurt. If I buy a bucket of yogurt, just try. Yogurt is pudding as well. Just take pudding. Just take yogurt. It's healthy. There are some things that you just inculcate. Some good habits. Some of them. Then they don't joke with their tea. Let them be angry. Let them be angry. I tell them, do you want a cup of tea? Their face expression, everything will change. Cup of tea. Just give them cup of tea and biscuits. It's a big deal to them. Cup of tea is a big deal. So despite all this wahala, UK has a lot of his own good side. A lot. So will you tell me what are the things, what are the culture shocks you also experience? Let us rub minds together. If you like this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe and press the notification bell. Let us keep saying our truth. Thank you for watching. If you have watched to this extent, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much, and see you next time.